Corps members round up their service year at Agolo. The Corps members of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) rounded up their one-year service at the Sickle Cell Orphanage and Underprivileged Home on Thursday, March 27, 2025. The ceremony was held at the Sickle Cell Orphanage Home in Wago, Agolo, Anyocha local government area of Anambra State. This event was attended by dignitaries, corps members, children, and well-wishers. Speaking at the event, the proprietor of the home, Mrs. Aisha Edward Madago, lauded the corps members for their dedication to the sickle cell patients and underprivileged children. She presented the corps members with gifts, which includes basic home appliances in appreciation of their selfless services. I congratulate you all for successfully completing this journey within a limited time frame, especially for identifying with the sickle cell and underprivileged children. Your support has left a lasting impact on their lives, and we shall say a very big thank you, she added. The mayor of Anyocha local government, Honorable Romano Sibekwe, who was represented by his deputy, Honorable Barrister Emene Peter, commended the corps members for their efforts and urged them to remain active in national development. Barrister Emene also encouraged them to exercise political rights and contribute to governance. Barrister Emene further assured that the government would continue to support underprivileged and orphanage children by assisting in their education and basic needs, which he also paid a school fees for Master Chima for his speech during the event. He reiterated that the governor, that is Governor Soludo's administration, remains committed to the fight against sickle cell diseases. MNA also stated that the governor would do his best in providing necessary support and interventions.
Okay, Honorable Barrister Peter Ogechukwu Emene, the Deputy Mayor of Anyocha local government. This is the Honorable Paul Ifeme, as the Deputy Mayor of Oka South local government. My left hand is Kelechi Okpala and Okoisi.
All right, so we understand we have visited this place today, Sickle Cell Orphanage and Underprivileged Home, Agolo. What is the purpose of the visit?
Well, we have always identified with this particular family. I call it a family. We have always identified with the family. Do you understand? We have always identified with the family. Today, the coppers we are posted to Agolo are doing their POP, that is their personal parade. I decided to celebrate them here. The convener and also the proprietress of the sickle cell home decided to hold a reception in respect to the outgoing coppers. So we are here to tell them congratulations on their passing out, and also to encourage them, and also to celebrate the children who they have identified with when they are here. So that is why we came here today.
All right. Now, what advice do you have for the government? Because if you look at Nigeria today, young people are really suffering. When you, after series of training in school, you come out, there is no job. So what advice would you have for the government? And then what, as a chairman or part of the leadership in this local government, what things, what processes, what skills, or what advice would you have for the government? And what are you doing in particular to enhance and promote leadership among the young ones?
Well, like we always say, they say that children are leaders of tomorrow. And I believe it's not limited to children alone. Even the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And you look at me today, you see that I'm a youth. The Deputy Mayor of Oka South is a youth. So these are the leaders that we have now. And if you are here when the children are making their speech, wonderful speech, very wonderful speech, so grabbing, I was actually touched. It was the speech we are spirit filled, and you will see those are the characteristics of good leaders. And what we are preaching and what we are doing in our local government, especially in Anambra State, our governor, our dear governor, Professor Charles Suko Masoludo, is doing well in that education sector to make sure that every student and every child in Anambra State goes to school. That is why if you come to Anambra, you see that we have free education system in our government schools. Free education system. Do you understand? In the health sector, he has done well to make sure that they have a very conducive environment for our people. And that is the only way to elevate people out of poverty, to make our society a conducive place for people to live. And by that way, because leadership is not addressed to education alone. Leadership is inborn. Leadership is by practice. Leadership is by training. And leadership is also by education. So our governor in that way has encouraged parents, by that way encouraging their children in sense of training. And also, you know, as we are here, Aisha is doing very well to make sure that sickle cell children are not being discriminated from other children, to show that they are still human beings, they are still the same kind of children, and that which normal people without sickle cell, what they can become in life, those with sickle cell can still become that in life. So that is why we identify with the family. That is why in Anambra is the first state that made a law to protect sickle cell, people living with sickle cell. Do you understand? Before other states emulated it and copied it from us. So the state government and also the Ministry of Health is doing very well to make sure that these children are alive and are safe. And we at the local government level, the mayor of Anambra local government, Comrade Romanus Ibekwe, has tried so much in his own distinct to identify with this particular family, to make sure that every child in Anambra local government grows up to become somebody. Right now, our leadership, the administration of Honorable Romanus Ibekwe, this present administration, we have trained about 500 youths in skills, you know, to make sure that they acquire skills. So we train about 500 schools in skill acquisition, you know, and we are empowering them right now. We didn't give out money. We have empowered them. Those that learned sewing, we gave them sewing machine. You know, we empowered them with all those materials. Those that learned baking, we empowered them with the materials and the equipment that they need. So these are ways to encourage our young youth to become who they want to become. By that way, trying to, you know, eradicate anything like crisis or insecurity in our environment.
Also speaking at the occasion, the Deputy Mayor of Awka South Local Government Area, Nzepo C. Iheme, reaffirmed the government's dedication to improving the welfare of underprivileged children. Iheme assured the efforts that were ongoing that this effort is to ensure that the needs of the underprivileged will be met and also completed often and on.
Well, we are very happy to visit them today, and the truth is that I personally have achieved a lot. At least the message the children passed, you know, is so touching. And by God's grace, today we are in government, and we will do our possible best that we see that we promote their welfare. You understand? So that's all. That's all.
In her closing remarks, Mrs. Madaugo expressed concern over the rising cases of promiscuity. She called on the government to intensify efforts in addressing issues of unwanted pregnancies. Madaugo further urged the government to establish sickle cell clubs across the states to curb the increasing number of children born with the condition.
Solution is written as a bold statement. We want to say that we are grateful, and as you go back, please extend our deepest gratitude to His Excellency and his wife, as well as all other local government areas. You're kind of their representatives here. You are their eyes, you are their ears here. Your bodily presence matters a whole lot. Thank you. Thank you for your kind donation. Because number look at some those years on the let me go in my dialect. On a like here, I did really go. But on a cost of problem, what cost of problem? Can I cost of that? So if you must salute the year, they don't like talking too loud with money, unnecessarily. But their actions will speak louder. You could see my mayor said, I'll give you a message and I'm going to elevate and augment whatever thing that it will be good for their welfare. It's a very strong message. Yeah? My candidate put a announcement. You know, if you are where you're in here. And where is he? Dalo no rinde, no lubai, ejima fande pai na Agolo. On behalf of the whole Agolo community, I also want to appreciate you, Agolo people. Next time as you're passing out, probably we'll have the honor to have it at our hall. However, we will continue to give you that special treatment as our partners in progress. And on this note, I want to appreciate and draw down the curtain, and then we'll sing for our mayor to have a beautiful farewell as he's living with his good people who are here. I'm sorry, we're standing under the sun, but let it be the sacrifice you made for the kids. We have been indoor there, so when the core members started dancing, the temperature of the room was heating up. And so the best I can do is to bring everybody outside so that the children will not suffer suffocation or dehydration. So that explains the reason why we came down and finished. So please bear with us. Let it be a little pain that you just choose to take for these kids so that they can enjoy the fresh air. Thank you. Thank you.
Some of the children at the event also lent their voices to the advocacy. Master Chima Bright used the opportunity to create awareness on genotype education and sickle cell prevention.
I want them to come to the aid of making careful counseling and genotype in every church and in every of their meetings.
Miss Chima Goodness Mesoma also appealed to the government to construct new dormitories for the home.
I want to beg the government to help to establish our home and give us a better place to stay, because the dormitory is overloaded. So we need a bigger accommodation for where we are going to stay.
The event concluded with appreciation from the management of the facility and a renewed call for more collaborative efforts in supporting underprivileged and orphanage children in the state. Meanwhile, sickle cell disease, popularly known as SCD, is a genetic disorder that affects hemoglobin production, causing red blood cells to break down. According to the African Health Organization, abnormal shaped cells can block blood flow, leading to pain, organ damage, infections, and other complications. Well, SCD is celebrated annually on June 19. So we'll be expecting the annual celebration of SCD on June 19, 2025. Common symptoms of SCD include severe pains and crisis, anemia, frequent infections, delayed growth, and vision problems. Studies have shown that the condition is most prevalent among people of African, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and Indian descent. While there is no universal cure, treatments such as medications, blood transfusions, and bone marrow transplants can help manage symptoms and improve quality of life. Medical experts warn that early diagnosis through newborn screening and proper medical care can significantly reduce complications. And he also warned that single ladies and single men should check their genotype before engaging in any relationship to avoid the crisis of sickle cell anemia or disease. Please advise to all young men and women, please check your genotype. Make sure you're fit before engaging in marital affairs or sexual affairs. That's all for now.